Hello everyone, and welcome back to Doki Literature Club. I'm not gonna make any excuses this time, let's get right back into it. Sunday, Saturday? Okay everyone. Are you ready? Are you all ready with today's poems that I forced you to write? God. Oh, come on! Yes, very manly voice this female has. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. Oh yeah, if you remember last time, I think that me and her were getting into the mangas. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Whoop. Though, you do look pretty cozy over there. I'm not trying to split you up or anything. Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She's gonna dislike that very much. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright. I guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but Monica just said, don't be dumb. No, I mean, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Eh? Yep. Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course! It'd take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow? I only got partway through that volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I get through this. Ah, yes. Getting forced to read things at literature club. Who would have expected this? But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. You convinced me to bow to your will. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. Oh, by the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Like writing a poem for literature club. Oh, it's so terrible. I couldn't really find much inspiration, since I've never really done this before. You're in school. I mean, you got desks, supply closet, I don't know, what else do schools have? Uniforms, I think? Huh. That's odd. Never mind. I don't know. Just something. It's incredibly hard to believe that I've never written a poem, and I'm in school. Well, I don't know where I was going with that. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in the composition notebook. You know what? Composition notebooks are A-okay. Because they're like a notebook, but they don't got any of that weird 3-ring binder kind of thing going on. Where it's like an actual book. You don't get any of the mess. But they're usually smaller, so I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Well, if you remember, guys, I made it for Miss Mean Girl. This is a new song. Oh well. I told Natsuki that I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Okay, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Eh? Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, I remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? Question mark, exclamation point. Right? I don't know. That's what I had in mind when writing this. See, she's just a very angry lady. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monika said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poems if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem to make me go, ha, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. Guess my character's speechless. That a person that joined literature club made a good poem. So in other words, you're saying that you liked it. Oh boy! Greatest comeback of the year. Natsuki retorted, caught in her throat. You're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself, of course. Natsuki must really hate me or something, yes. Face of pure hatred. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you'll still need to show me yours, right? Grr, fine, I guess. Only because Monika will make me if I don't. Okay. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. A little depressing. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. It's fan-flippantastic! No, it's pretty awful. What? Just be honest. I am. It is awful. Why are you so convinced that I... just cover that up there? That I would like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't it the point of poems for people to express themselves? Well, not all poems have to be expressive. I mean, some poems can be just straightforward. Some can even give you just a good chuckle. Like, I consider, let's see, what would we call it? I consider puns like poems, I guess. You know, in a certain weird way. Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, it's exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. I like this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand, since I know everything about literature after being in this club for a day. The other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Oh, but the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme and at the end, but then made it all fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling of the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be pro. I'm glad you learned something. I didn't expect it from our youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment, since, you know, we don't want her being too angry with us. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Yeah, take pride in your own work, I suppose. Monica! Hi, Flat Cap. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. Ha 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 ha. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring anything up, okay? Oh, yeah, whenever I go like this, and I like to try to take screenshots to make customized thumbnails. Ooh, how exciting. And technical. Ooh, okay. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. She's very, what's the right word, I don't know. Maybe she just seems like she'd be hard to talk to. Like, one of the really popular kids at class when you're, like, one of the lowest, like, some of the scum level full of kids. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess if I'm physically forced to. Wink, wink, nudge. No. Don't worry, Flat Cap. What's with that pose? She's gonna fall over. I'm serious, like, if you at home try doing this, like, I don't know, like, stick your, like, try standing with like a 45-degree angle. And that's if you're lucky. It's like, she's gonna, like, break her back. We're gonna ignore that part, because I don't want to have YouTube mad at me. But this weird thing I guess that's not too bad for arms. I don't know. It's anime logic. I shouldn't question it. Don't worry, Flat Cap. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's a sort of barrier that we'll learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I guess if you're gonna force me to share my poems every day, I guess the impact is gonna affect me slightly less at each time. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Flat Cap. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, okay, now that's a nice smile. Nice smile. Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. She's a good writer, too. So I'll take that as a compliment? No, wait. Ah! Oh! If you say so. Ignore what just happened. Yep. And now we'll never ignore that. That was creepy, bro. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein? Eh? Who the heck's that? Maybe eons ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. That's like a hard pose to do too, where it's like, you got your arm, okay, normal, you know, like, you gotta bend your arm over, and you gotta like twist your hand around. And then it's like, yeah, no, too hard. Maybe females can do it, but me, as a male, am having difficulty. Sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express the views of the world that would apply to anybody. I mean, isn't that all children's novels though? Like, oh no, it's a story about being truthful. Yeah, that doesn't mean it has to be for children. God, I see. Oh, so you're saying that Suki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning clear. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write in a way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. See? Like, I don't know. Just don't seem physically possible since I have a brain, and my brain tells me that this defies logic. Maybe I should, whenever I say the ah-ha-ha line, I'll either do it in the robotic voice or like Waluigi or something. I don't know, something strange. Anyway, wanna read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. But that doesn't always mean I feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Ooh. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the directions, the spackle protrudes, a noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with the permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. Oh boy! That's something, alright. So, what do you think? It's very, freeform? That's what you call it? I don't understand that either, bub. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. That's okay. What a nice smile. Yeah, that kind of style's gone pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say that I have some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a little. An epiphany? Yes, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone's better at friendships with each other. Hee hee. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Hey, that applies to you guys too. Thanks for watching this video. Give it a like! Oh, okay, ow, my hand. Ouch. Oh, ow. Who should I share my poem to with? What? Who should I show my poem to next? Yes, that is correct grammar. Really? Or Sayori. Let's go with Miss Purple Lady. Yuri stares at my poem. The minute passes more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh! Sorry! I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. You look like you're gonna have a heart attack. In fact, you're clutching your chest. Are you fine, ma'am? We need to rush you to the hospital. Anyway, I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Oh, okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad. No! Did I raise my voice? I'm so sorry. God, get some self-confidence, lady. Whoops. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes, and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice you standing there, reading, not saying anything, when I desperately wanted your comments because I'm in literature club and I wrote literature. What were you saying? Right, oh, she's happy. just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable things I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter. They form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something we can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even the simplest poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. Jaya! Okay. Sorry, guys. Not just... Oh, wait. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example. And trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. Lady, you're allowed to talk about other people. They're your fellow clubmates. Besides, everyone's like in a circle or something. I don't know. I don't know how this works. Maybe the other people just leave the hall and just leave me alone with the females when I'm in the classroom. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. That's the happiest I've seen it. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? A ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry if I have such terrible handwriting. Girl, my handwriting's way worse. What? That wasn't what I was thinking at all. But it took you a long time to read. Yeah, you wrote like a whole essay. Well, I don't just read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I think my voice cracked there. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Hoo-hoo? What even is that sound effect? Who just goes hoo-hoo on the street? Or like, you're talking to someone, it's like... I like that too. Hoo-hoo! Anyway. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Flat Cat. I mean, I knew that it didn't mention ghosts anywhere in it. Really? Must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But I remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Wait, maybe I was completely missing the point because I don't remember ghosts at all. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I ain't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. I'm counting on you. So you read. This is a good poem, Flat Cat. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. I'm the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his... Am I the kind of guy that would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. That's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. She looks worried. Like she's smiling. But some sort of worry in her eyes. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the classroom. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Flat Cat. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something only really good people do. These females make weird angles with their arms. I don't know if I'm just being stupid, but it's like, what kind of weird black magic is she committing? Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Part of the reason? I'm pretty sure she's the main reason, considering that she practically dragged me here. Knowing how this means to her and all. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Oh god, double black magic. She's using the power of both arms. Okay, yeah. Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. well, let's see about that. Oh, this is pretty nice music. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out to play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. How enjoyable. Sayori? This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No! Just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit with a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself.
Don't be so mean. I still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say that was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast. Yay! Happy, happy, be happy.
I think there's something wrong with that screenshot. I don't know, I'm dumb. Even though you were late to school.
Time to skip breakfast. Man, I'm gonna pout, pouty, pout, pout.
Huh. Bright red. What country is this? Where's my nationality? Well, where's my nationality? God, I'm so stupid.
I get all cranky.
Pout, pout, pout. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
Ehehe. Happy. This is so much fun. Annika's the best.
Yeah.
But next time, I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. Phew. Guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. It's a little bit more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. Especially when I just pick a bunch of random words in a grid. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. No, that's how people sigh in real life. I mean, I know you're obviously not humans if you're watching me. Because who in their right mind would want to watch my content? So yeah, whenever like a book says, he sighed, they're just going like, as loud as they can, preferably during the hours when people are either asleep or studying if they're at school, or reading, or doing anything that requires peace and quiet. I guess that's why I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, watch each of their expressions change. Let me guess, she's gonna find hers cute. She's gonna be a little confused about hers, and then like she'll comment about hers is cute. And then she won't like that and get all flustered. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. You know, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language?
Aha, confusing. Eh? Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns her poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say fancy.
Ah, thanks. Sorry, my chair is a bit rusty, so... Yours is... cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something?
Yep, called it! Maybe I should get out of the house more often.
Nah. It's really about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. Oh no, you're gonna make her be flustered. I just meant... the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Eh? You mean, you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
Not looking for suggestions. I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And Flatcat did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all...
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. Okay, now that's a bit hypocritical, you gotta admit. She's like, oh, my poems are much better than yours. And here's how you can improve yours. And she says,
Well, geez, I don't think my poems... I think my poems are just as good as yours. And I'm gonna tell you how I think my poems are better than yours.
And then she's like, oh no, my poems are most certainly better. There's nothing you can tell me to change my mind. Blackcap liked my poem too, you know. Oh no, I'm going to do this. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh? I didn't realize you were so investigating and trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh?
Oops. Uh-oh, something seems to be quite wrong. That's not what you are just... Yuri stands up as well. You're just jealous that Flatcap appreciates my advice more than Flatcap appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours.
Huh? And how do you know you didn't appreciate my advice more?
Females fighting. Can you just do it the way males do and just like, you know, take this little hand, little bop on the nose, take this hand, like clobber down, then you hug it. You don't hug, men don't hug, but then you like, I don't know, shake hands afterwards, and then you're friends again. Oh well.
Are you that full of yourself?
No, I was full of myself. I want to deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I'm the one who's...
female parts
magically grew a size bigger as soon as Flatcap started showing up.
God, that's true though. They probably
Natsuki?
just jealous there. I mean, I'm not even gonna put my mouse anywhere near it.
Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you!
Oh, I don't know. Two voices at once.
Hey, stop fighting, guys!
Suddenly, both girls turn towards me, as if they just noticed I was standing there. Flatcat, she's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it. She should get over herself and learn how to appreciate that simple writing more effective. This wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should just jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Flatcat.
Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It is true, I mean, like, there's there's at least 5 words to say one thing. Because each word can mean something very different. For example, like big, large, and giant. Big, large, giant, humongous, and then like Titanic. Like, you got, ooh, it's big, big. But then it's like, it's a titan. Very, very different things. Anyway, avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Black Cat? Well? How did you drag me into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. If whomever I agree with, they'll probably think highly of me. Okay, 3 options. Natsuki, Yuri, or Sayori. Between the 2 of them, though. Yeah, many poems are better when they're short and simple, but not allowing you to use big words is just, I don't know. Yuri. Natsuki. You're right that I liked your poem.
See?
Wait! That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different.
That's not what happened at all. Yuri won't even take my poem seriously.
I understand. Yuri. You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed.
Well, that's...
But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it and become something really personal. You don't have to put your feelings into poems. Just make it unemotional as possible. That'd be a good poem. But, well, probably not a good poem. It would be a mediocre poem at best. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute.
I see.
Man, her voice. Ooh, it's hurting my throat. I didn't notice that I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place.
Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did.
It was her that... Natsuki, that's enough. Both said some things you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Do you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody has taken her side. That's bad. She's trapped. At this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her.
Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk to clear my head.
Sayori, she doesn't need to.
You know what? I'm going to do that. You'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now.
That warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem in her hands and throws it in the trash. Natsuki... She really didn't mean to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chins, yes, multiple chins, buried in her hands while she stares down at the desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in the adjacent chair. Yeah, let's go with that one. Everything alright?
I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now.
No, Yuri! How could anyone not have gone frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Flatcat. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, I would never do anything so shameful. So, what thing did Natsuki say? Yes, the female part. Well, never mind that. I'm going to make myself some tea. Good idea. Like enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone. Just about time for us to leave. How do you all feel about sharing poems?
That was a lot of fun.
Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Blackcap, how about you? Ta-da! Happy... Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about it with everyone. Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Man, what is this like? I mean, I know it's literature club, but you don't have to write literature every day. Maybe learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. ... I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination.
Flatcat, ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go! I'm sorry I'm doing these very, insane laughs, but, well, I am no female. I am not going to be able to do a female laugh. Not to mention, this is an anime where the female laugh has to be like high-pitched. So, I was thinking that that girl with the pink hair was destroying my voice. Doing this whenever they do this would hurt my throat even more. But I shall make one attempt right now. And this attempt shall last me for a little while, until maybe the next one. Okay, I'm just moving on, because I'm not a female. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I really can't say that I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, oh, what happened earlier?
What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often?
No.
God, I don't like that voice I made. Oh no, God, do not punish me. Oh, I'm being sent down to hell. Wow. Okay, moving on. It's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them or anything, do you? No, I don't hate them. I wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you.
You.
You know, Flatcat, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. I think everyone really likes you, too. Man, this is hurting my voice. Oh yeah, my voice is getting real deep now because all my higher pitch has been completely obliterated. That's... again!
Every day is going to be so much fun.
Sigh. Looks like Sari still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone's nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, with that, my voice is all but together. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave that here. Hope you liked this episode, and if you liked it, give it a like and perhaps subscribe and see the rest of the series through. Parting is... what was it? Parting doth sweet solace? No. See, I don't have intelligence. Much less intelligence for literature. This has been Flat Cap Gaming. It's time for me to say bye-bye.